Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily uranium technical analysis update. We're going to take a look at the uranium sector and I'll give you my financial opinion. So let's dive right in. This is the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. Again, we are trying to break higher. The only thing I'll say here is we do have these two large candlestick down days. This is the daily candlesticks. We fought our way back up. It looked like it was going to head lower, and then we got into a bullish hammer pattern. That bullish hammer pattern brought us back up, and we're still trying to find traction to move higher. We haven't found the traction yet. It almost seems like every time we get up here, sellers come out of the woodworks and start selling. Kind of looking at it from a short-term perspective, you can kind of see the sell-off here. We're fighting back and forth. We want to get above this guy there. But we're getting a little bit more selling pressure. It still exists out there. Looking at URNM, let's go to the daily candlesticks here. Again, we're right at this support resistance line. We had this little squeeze up here. We tried breaking out. We came back into the pattern. We're like at the tip of this pattern. So there's sellers still out there. They're still lurking. That's what created this candlestick here with the wick at the top. We tried running. We saw it in the morning when I was like, yeah, this thing's ready to run, baby. You know how you get excited. You know how you see the portfolio going up. You're like, oh yeah, here we go. And then the sellers came out and pushed it back lower. I was like, oh, come on. But we tried running. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I mean, this is a battle between the buyers and the sellers. And the sellers they're lurking up here. They're lurking. The buyers are all down here. So we've got this force coming up, this force coming down, and we're coming right here at this point today, where we've got all of this pressure that's building. And we'll see which way it breaks. Bannerman, again, I like this area over here. We're just sitting on top of the pattern. Everything looks good for a move higher. It looks like it wants to go higher because if this wanted to go lower, we'd be sitting on this bottom trend line, breaking like this and then breaking out that way. We're not doing that. We're sitting on top of the pattern, above the support line, just sitting there. And a lot of the times what happens is it sits there for a little while and then we break higher. Goviax is doing the same thing. It's sitting on top of its pattern, ready to break. Global Atomic, another one. It's sitting inside of its pattern. And we've got these highs. There's selling pressure up here. That's what created this resistance line. Still some sellers up there. Forces Metals, another one that's been chopping sideways. If I were to put a kind of a line on here, we could put one here, and then I'd put one kind of up here. And then obviously you can pull this, to the left here, and then we could, draw it out. Now, could this go a little bit longer? Go sideways longer? It very well could. Maybe it's not ready yet. We can't push this too early, but I mean, we're moving, just moving sideways. Pure Point Uranium, another one that's just moving sideways. Got sellers up here. Every time we come up, sell, 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 sell. And then the buyers are holding down, at the 6-7 cent level, somewhere in this range in here. Deep Yellow, it's broken out to the upside. It is hanging out. It's waiting for something. I think we're real close to a move. I mean, that's kind of what I'm seeing. I'm surprised that URNM had a sell-off today. I'm surprised with it. Not that it means anything. You shouldn't be worried or anything like that. I'm just holding on. I'm holding on to my shares. I thought we were ready to go. Paladin, it gapped lower but was bought up throughout the day. Again, we still have some buying pressure. This could leak a little bit lower if the sellers want to push it lower. Sky Harbor, another one that's just been moving sideways. It's up here above its support line. All these are above their support lines. See how they're above? This is on a monthly candlestick, a little bloody nose at the moment. Remember, we're still in this month, and it's just been moving sideways on top of its support. That's usually a good spot to be for a break higher. This is another one that's been just moving sideways. Something like that. We've got base load that was up today, 9.22%. Had a big bearish engulfing yesterday. I remember that. Oh, we're right at support resistance. We're right at this resistance area. we can even maybe move this resistance area up a little bit. But there's resistance in this general vicinity up here. So every time we kind of get up there, we sell off, come back down, we come up and resell off. And we'll see how far it pulls back. You know, are we coming back here? Are we making a higher low? I mean, here's a low, here's a low. We had it comes back, made a low. As long as we're making higher lows, I think we're good. Then we just have to break and make a new higher high. Fission 3.0 moving sideways. Again, we're above its breakout. Just getting a little bit of a kind of an overall pullback. Fission, another one that's moving sideways, guys. We're just tracking along kind of sideways, waiting for something, waiting for a move of something. Probably the price of uranium. CCJ is still above its support line. Everything looks good. I mean, yeah, we're down today, but we're sitting on top of things, and that's what I like to see. I want to sit on top of a support line. I don't want to be sitting below things and trying to break out. This is just moving sideways for Kazatomprom. Peninsula Energy, PENMF, sitting on top. Again, we're sitting on the top of the breakout, just moving sideways. It looks good. Boss Energy, lots of sideways action, guys. I know a lot of these are very similar. They're all kind of just chopping sideways. It's like they're in a holding pattern, flying in circles, ready to land at an airport. And we're just waiting for the buyers to corral up and push us higher. It looks like we're very stable at the moment. And stability means that a break will come at some point. And I don't try to guess the some point. Moving sideways in Consolidated International Uranium. Lotus is up against its resistance line. It's trying to break. UROI, again, that one's moving sideways. We have higher lows continually throughout this run. And we have higher highs. See that? Now we have to make another higher high. I don't want to break this down like that. So that's what we have for UROI. Encore Energy, another one that's been just, this is going right to the tip, guys. And you know what happens. I mean, it's somewhere in this general vicinity. I mean, we're right on top of the pattern here. We're in that dead period. We'll see which way this thing breaks. It tried breaking today. It tried. UUU is sitting on top of this support area. Still looking good. URG, another one that's sitting there and moving sideways. UEC is on top of support. There's support area down here. It does look like we're squeezing up a little bit. Squeezing up like that kind of. Looking at LEU. LEU doesn't look too bad down here above on support. That doesn't look too bad. I don't like this large down selling pressure though. Needs to kind of work its way off. Light Bridge, in a little bit of a selling pressure today. We might pull back into this vicinity down there. ISO Energy, another one that's in its pattern moving sideways. Appia Energy up 2.65%. That one still looks good. I like it here, guys. It's on top of its pattern and it's starting to work its way higher. And that's what I like. I just buy it here and I sit in it. Even if this were to pull back, I'd still sit in it and buy more if it pulls back to 40-something cents down there. Denison Mines is sitting on top of its support line. Still looks fantastic. Nothing to worry about yet. Blue Sky Uranium, just chopping sideways. We've got Forum Energy Metals, another one that's just been moving sideways on top of support. We've got Anfield Energy. Again, it's chopping sideways below resistance line. Laramide is sitting on top of its, we have a breakout here and we're on top of support. So that one looks really good. I think that still looks favorable. Western Uranium Vanadium's below everything. And we've got these large sell-off down days. This one I still think has some risk to the downside. UEXCF sitting on top of support still looks good on the big picture view. Mega Uranium chopping sideways. We're just waiting for uranium to go higher, guys. That's really what it comes down to. Standard Uranium. Standard's been moving sideways here for the most part. Same with ALX, EF, Agent Court. These are all just moving sideways at this time, guys. Everything's moving sideways in the entire sector. We're getting a little bit more selling pressure in this one. We might come back here where that circle is. But it's still on top of its pattern, though. That's the positive thing. Elevate, getting a little bit of selling pressure. Hopefully we pull back down here so I can buy some. And then 92E, this is a big bloody nose. This one has broken out. It is above its breakout. So that still looks really good. So they all look good, guys, for the most part. I mean, they all are sitting on top of patterns, and that's what we want to see. We just have down days. I mean, it's that simple. And I like buying off that support. So if we go back to the support areas, I'll be a buyer. At this time, I'm kind of just, saving up a little bit of money, seeing where these things are going to go. If we come back to support, that's where I'd be deploying money again. I really don't chase things going up. I call it's not in my genetics. I don't like chasing things when they go to the upside. I like buying things off supports. So if it comes back and tags a support, I buy it, and then I create that support or help create that support, I guess. And that's where I do most of my buying is off support levels. We break through a chart pattern, we come back on to support, I buy it, and then that's when we usually see an advance forward. But everything looks good. We are getting a little bit of selling pressure in some of the companies. If you guys like the content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Check out my website. Platinum membership is the one that I would choose. And I would go to the weekly meetings on Saturdays. 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you guys are interested, definitely sign up if you want to attend those meetings. I do record them. I put them on the website, and you guys can watch those meetings on the website as well. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.